This is Poke Duel. In this episode, we're going to be opening up illustration arts and SARs from Generation 8. I am collecting all illustration arts and SARs from Generation 1 all the way to Generation 9. We're going to keep going, and we're adding this to the binder at the end of the video. For this video, we specifically have 13 Pokemon from Generation 8. We're going to split this up into 2 videos. Stay tuned. Before we get started, I want to have a shout out for Beedrill for being Pokemon of the Day for the video. So everyone knows what Beedrill's nickname is.
Everybody know that's Big Dick B.
Alright, so we have several envelopes here from different companies. We're going to get right into this right now. Hope you like my Halloween themed season going on right here. I've created a backboard, I got a candle going. So I'm in the festive season for this video. Alright, for this first cards, we have one from Pokebro Co. in Virginia. Right there. This is the first card for this video. We have Cramorant. This is an illustration art that is from, I think, Twilight Masquerade. This card was one of the cheaper illustration arts from Twilight Masquerade. I think it was $1 and some change. With shipping, it might be a little bit more. All the prices that I include in my video, they are the price that it costs for me to buy them with shipping. But Cramorant right here, you can see it's kind of a blur of a picture. Not too much to really talk about it. They really could have done Cramorant a little bit better for this one. But that is the first card for this opening. This next one is from the Stell Table, and it is from Greensboro, North Carolina. Alright, this next card is Enamorus. So far we're not starting off too hot for Generation 8. There is several SARs or alternate arts for Generation 8, and you will get to see those in this video or the next video. There will be a few in each one. I try to split them up. But Enamorus right here, honestly, looks like, you know, like a Valentine's Day Pokemon. Pretty sure not a lot of people like this as a, you know, as a legendary or mythical, whatever you might call it. I played the Generation 8 Galar games when they came out, but I didn't do the added on versions that costed a few, you know, 15, 20 bucks to keep going on. So I never actually played with this and got to see it in the actual video game. But honestly, if I were to compare this to anything, I think this card looks like a Looney Tune, just flying around here. But that is Enamorus. This next card is from Ken Collects, and this one is from Anaheim, California. And here we have the third illustration art for this video. We have Rookidee. This one, I believe, is from Paldea Evolved. I think this card costed a little bit more than some of these other ones, maybe around $4 or $5. But I actually really like this one. And the colors really brighten up with the green trees in the background and the bushes. But here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 4 Rookidees. I like the whole evolution line, the little bird evolution line for this one. For actually Generation 8, I think it really goes along really well. Again, for this collection, I don't buy any of the VMAXs or any of the black borders. I stick with the silver or gray type borders. As of right now, I haven't changed my mind on that. I'm sticking to that. But that is the third illustration art. Let's see if we get an SAR coming soon. This one is from Michigan Poke, and this is from Michigan. Go figure. And here from Michigan, we actually have 2 alternate art cards from the previous generation before Scarlet and Violet. This is from Sword and Shield. So here we have probably one of the cheapest alternate art cards, Sandaconda. This card was around $3, and I can kind of see why. It's you know, it's kind of basic. You just see Sandaconda right there, chilling in front of a heater, trying to stay warm. They could have made it a little bit more dynamic. Honestly, it probably would have looked better in the desert than in someone's house, but I get why they try to do that for some of these cards. Overall, I mean, honestly, the centering doesn't look too bad on this card, but that is the Sandaconda. And this next alternate art card is Urshifu. Urshifu had a few alternate art cards. I got, I think, one, maybe, I might have got 2 of them. But I really like this one compared to some of the other ones. You see Urshifu right here, he's like lifting up a big ass rock. about to throw it. He's probably using the move Impact Blow right there to probably, you know, crush someone. I mean, honestly, I'd like to see Urshifu face Goku. Goku will probably win in the battle because this guy, you know, he's not a god. So, but that is the second alternate art card for Generation 8. The next one we got is from Hometown Hobby and Gaming, and this one's from Ohio. And this next card is Appletun. Appletun is a Pokemon that is basically a worm inside of an apple. So you see there's several Appletuns in this picture. There's one right there, there's another one right there, another one right there, another one upside down. They're all over the place. I like it. It kind of goes with the fall theme, even though, you know, the leaves aren't changing colors or anything yet. So one note about Applin is that its evolution is having illustration arts come out in this upcoming set that's going to get released in November. So I'll show a picture of those on the screen. That's Appletun and Flapple. So we'll get to add those ones in the next few months, and you'll get to see those next to each other because they're all from Generation 8. Overall, I mean, that's a pretty unique card. I believe this one also was from one of the more recent sets, Twilight Masquerade I think it was, which was 3 or 4 months ago. But this card, again, I think it was around $2 or so. So there is Applin. For the next one, we have one from PCCS. I'm sure that stands for something. And it looks like Plant City, Florida. And this next one is another Urshifu. This one is the Rapid Strike Urshifu. Yeah, so these Urshifus, they came out, I believe it was Battle Styles. So this is another one that looks really good. I'll put actually these next to each other so you guys can see them. But there's 2 different alternate art forms of Urshifu. They really could have made Battle Styles a little bit more of a better set if they didn't have so many Urshifus in the freaking set. They could have added several other different Pokemon, but for some reason there's like, I don't know, maybe 10 Urshifu cards. But these both look like really neat cards. I mean, when do Pokemon cards become so dynamic? I mean, only around 5 years ago or so they started looking like this, and they've done a really good job making them look so crazy. Like, so imagine pulling these in a pack. I'd be pretty excited to get one. This one's from LJB Collectibles in Texas. And from Texas, we got Morpeko. This one kind of seems like a spin-off of a Pikachu, although it's dark and, you know, it's just basically the same shape and size that Pikachu really is. At least that's the way it appears. Morpeko, if you don't know anything about it, it gets an this is the angry mode actually, but it gets like an angry mode and then like a friendly mode, I think it is. This is a more expensive illustration art. It's closer to $10. I think it was like $9 or $10. And you know, I could kind of see why. There's a lot of candy on it. Everyone likes candy. I mean, that's also kind of fitting with the Halloween type vibes that we got going on right now here in October. But that is the Morpeko. At the end of this video, let me know which one of these cards you thought was the most interesting, or the ones that you might have to pick up. I'm kind of curious. This next one, we got one from MTG Unlimited, and this one's from Fresno, California. And here we have 2 more alternate art cards. First we have Greedent right here with a bunch of its, I believe that's Skwovet. They don't have the illustration art for that one yet, but there's a bunch of those guys, and then you got a big old fat Greedent right here, probably being greedy, eating all the fruit, the Pekka berries, and whatever the heck kind of berries they got here. Honestly, if you didn't notice, it's got the move Nom Nom in Scissors. I don't know what's going on there. I think this card was around $8. Again, the price is on the screen already. But honestly, it's not a bad card. I think it's a pretty unique one. You get to see its pre-evolution plus what it, Greedent looks like, obviously. And it makes sense. I like the move, looks funny. He's eating a lot of fruit. And yeah, that's the Greedent card. This was from Fusion Strike, I think. I don't know, tell me if I'm wrong. This next one is Shadow Rider Calyrex. So there's a few different types of this Calyrex Pokemon. Again, this came out in the game after like the initial game got released. Like I think you had to pay money to get to it, like another 25 bucks. But I like this card. It kind of looks real cool. We got here. I don't know. I think these are Squovits right here. Maybe it's not. It could just be like a random squirrel. That would make sense. Pokemon, they always include other Pokemon in there. I think it's a really unique looking card. I think this was around 12, 14 bucks. But this one was definitely from Chilling Reign. I remember that one. So that has 4 alternate art cards already for Generation 8. This next one is from Snow Collectibles in Pennsylvania. We'll see if this is a snow Pokemon. And we got everyone's favorite skyscraper, Duraludon. You know, the one thing I don't really understand about this card is he's got a trainer in it. And it is, also we have a Rotom, but you know, it's not a caricature, which would be like a character with the Pokemon. It's an alternate art card, but they, for some reason, featured a trainer on there like that. I guess it kind of the same concept as that Rayquaza that got released with the trainer on it. But honestly, it's not a bad card. I think it was around $12. Duraludon here. He does look really weird. This food right here looks so non-organic. It doesn't seem like it fits in with the card whatsoever. But the green brightens up the card quite a bit, and for a skyscraper, you know, at least Duraludon, he's cooler than the skyscraper. His evolution looks like more like a skyscraper. He's a dragon steel type, which is a unique typing. But there is the Duraludon. A few more cards left. This next one is from Card Chasers Collectibles in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. And this is the biggest card for this video. We got Blood Moon Ursaluna. This one, again, was released in Twilight Masquerade. This card was really expensive at one point, but I kept waiting for the price to go down. I think I got it in the 40s. But I really like this one. This card's got a few feature Pokemon down here at the bottom. We got Munchlax, 4 Teddysaurus. If you look real closely, you can see 2 in the back, 2 in the front. Actually, 1 in the front right here. You also got some Cutieflies right here, which were in the last video from Generation 7. And that's it. You just see Blood Moon Ursaluna right there, eating some honey in a tree. You know, I don't know why they gave a Pokemon blood, like a name with blood in it, because it's technically a kid's game. But whatever. I mean, I wouldn't want that bear eating anything next to me. It might attack me. Let me know what you think of this card. It kind of makes sense, I think, why it was one of the more expensive cards for Generation 8 so far to this point. And honestly, check out the centering. It looks really good. So, I do get all these cards in near mint. Some maybe lightly played if they're like one of the illustration arts. This is the last card from this video. This is Josh Vogel in Washington. And it's Milcery. This one was released in the most recent set, which was Stellar Crown. It's a kind of like pink card. Milcery is not really like anything special. I think it's basically milk. That's basically a blob. And you just see a bunch of candy again. Pokemon cards, they definitely like to feature candy or food. At least this generation does. But not too much to really say about Milcery. Alright, so now that we looked at each one of these cards, we will now sleeve these cards up and we will put them in our binder collection and keep putting it together. So here we go. Here is our binder, and we're going to start putting these in one by one. The first card right here, we have this Greedent, and it's going to go right up here. Next we have Rookidee, which will go right next to it. And that's it for those 2 first pages right there. The starters will be on the previous page. Next one will be Applin. So Flapple and Appleton will go there. Then next we have Sandaconda. which will go here next below Appleton, or Applin. And then we have Cramorant, which will go on this side. And that page will look pretty full when those other two cards come out. We'll add Milcery. Moving on. Next card we'll add Morpeko. Then we'll add Duraludon. So just two Pokemon cards right on those two. Then we'll add the Urshifu's. There's those two next to each other. We'll add the first Calyrex. So 3 alternate arts on that page. The last 2 cards we'll add the Blood Moon Ursaluna right up here in the corner. And then Enamorus. Enamorus is the last card from Generation 8. So we'll add up the value, how much these cards cost so far, and how much we have completed of Generation 8. So that's gonna go ahead and do it for this video. Please give me a like and subscribe if you like this sort of content. If you want to watch any of Generation 1 through Generation 7, just look at my channel and you'll be able to see each one of those videos. For our next video, we'll be opening up another set of about 12 or 13 cards from Generation 8 of all illustration arts and SARs and adding them to our collection. Stay tuned and we'll see you in the next video.